about with those counters that you said I could use?
Yeah, on the Roll20 on your character sheet, under your characteristics, there's a couple of spots that you could add counters to and just give them like arbitrary numbers to track.
I'll help him set that up
Oh.
later. If I remember
Found
Discord
it.
how to do it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very
found
useful
it.
for things that have a proficiency and uses. All right, so it's a 2d6 to 10 plus the 5, so 15 damage. I thought it was a bonus action for anything on your hand. But yeah, it's not an attack, it's just straight up damage. Let's see, that guy. He hasn't taken any damage, so it's pretty fresh. Is there anything else that you do other than that?
My character will just go ahead and cast, like, I guess I'll cast Scorching Ray as a second level spell.
Yeah. On whom?
I'll use 2 beams.
I forgot about the Zack. He's been running.
He's long gone. How far away is that?
This would be like 3 turns. He'd be like around here.
Is he within 120 feet? Do you know?
Yeah, he is 90 feet right now.
All right, so I guess since he's still running, I'm gonna hit him with all 3 beams and just try and take him out, I guess.
Okay, you have advantage on all your attacks.
Oh yeah. Or give me a slash.
Is it all their attacks? Is it all the attacks, right?
Yeah, they're all each their own rank. They're all their own ranked attack or ranged attacks.
Oh no, I was asking about the zealot presence. But yeah, you should have somewhere on the attacks, on your items, above your items, under where your hit points are, an attack for Scorching Ray there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just gonna roll. Let me just go for it. Let me try and find it. There it is.
There you go. And the point is, it does give you the damage automatically, but the 18 is gonna hit. I needed 2 more times. Again,
bam. And bam.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Oh, I never added the. Let me actually look at Scorching Ray. I don't think Scorching Ray actually adds that. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, they all hit for combined damage of 21.
Okay.
And that will be my turn. All right. And my bird's already taken his turn to give advantage on him. All right. That'll my turn.
Okay. So at the start of the Guardian's turn, they're not too happy about the situation. So what they're gonna do is they're literally just gonna grab a red. It looks like a package, like a UPS red package. There's a white cross on it. They sort of just tear at it. There's a bunch of bandages and alcohol pads on there. They sort of just burst the alcohol pad just right in front of them and just sprays all over indiscriminately. They start wrapping up over their armor and they sort of just heal. Seem to be taking care of themselves actively. Okay. 12 plus 11. What is that? A good 23. Okay. Yeah, he's looking almost as fresh as a daisy because of his ability that he could do for some odd reason. And he continues to give +5 AC to anybody next to him that he wants. But that's their turn, and it's the bad guy's turn. This individual looks to the Guardian, and he says, does he say? He will say, what's this guy's name? Okay. He's going to say, you've already lost. This place will be rubbles. And he sort of just starts swiping at both of you, seeing that this thing's made up of arcane energy. It doesn't really matter. So let's see. Okay. I don't think that'll hit. Nope. So just misses. Okay. Oh yes, finally. One's gonna hit Ashen. How nice. With like 30 to hit, I think. Not gonna do damage math, to be honest with you. Okay.
If he can get a, if he can,
Oh, you're so
if he
lucky.
can get a 30 to hit, he can probably do a lot of damage.
Yeah, he just rolled almost max on the dice.
Oh, cool.
We're looking at
This was-
what is 23 plus 3, 29.
Not
29
much.
points of slashing damage, reduced to half.
That's halved.
No, is reduced to half. So you
Oh.
get instead 15 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, much nicer. That was all his attacks trying to hit just two of the biggest tanks anyone's ever seen. This guy has like 23 AC. What are you rocking at right now?
Me? 26.
Look at that. That's insane.
Good lord.
Okay. Seeing how fruitless this is, this individual uses their legendary action to yeah, he's just gonna move you guys. He's gonna just toss you. So could I have you make an athletics check to avoid this? I don't think he'd be able to do much. Ashen?
Say it again.
An athletics check to avoid being moved by this creature. They're trying to toss you. Yeah. So just like a
Will that
wall.
work?
Oh yeah, just like a wall. You can't even be nudged. This creature does not appreciate that, and they snarl, saying, as these individuals haven't gone yet, and they will say, just run around them. And then what they do for their action is they're just gonna run around up to here, up over here, over here. So technically attacks of opportunities would be made.
That one's grappled.
Oh yeah, one of them is grappled. Can't move. The others can easily. But that is their movement. To go all the way around is what it takes. Oh no, I guess they could just sort of... Alright, so here's what happens. They actually zoom past their friends who is grappled. Yep, just avoiding the construct. They're trying to avoid the construct, but they rush past you, Azmal. So you could do maybe one attack of opportunity as one of them just happens to step away.
I mean,
Wait,
the only rush I'll happen.
One moment, Ashen. Go ahead, Azmal.
Oh, but
I don't think I actually have anything I can really take a action with. So I guess
You have
I'll
a dagger?
No, yeah, I forgot. So I guess I'll draw my dagger and
Yeah, it doesn't take much than a swipe to get at them. What are you using as your focus? You have a spell book on one hand. On the other, you could have a dagger prepared easily.
yeah, I'll have my spell book and dagger in one hand.
Make an attack on them.
Let me
Would be
find
an
my dagger.
advantage.
trying to hunt down my dagger to
Alright.
make an attack on it. Hypothetically, could I throw, because on my session 0, I had bombs. Could I hypothetically throw a bomb as my
It'd have to be a melee attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can't find dagger.
The only other thing that would give you something else to use might be what is it? A war mage, something like that. There's a feat, warcaster.
Yeah. War
Yeah, I
mage,
can't find
think.
it.
Question: Shouldn't I also?
Go repeat that, Ashen.
I think I may also get an attack of opportunity now. Because
No, they
this
were 10 feet away from you.
This guy right here moved right here. Is that not within 5?
They're striding the corner. They're seeing your heavy hits. They don't want to get struck by you. Trust me, they're avoiding you. If not, they would have just ran past us.
Okay, so it's a 14 to hit on him. I don't think that hits.
Not enough, yeah. So it just misses. Their AC is 15. Okay, then after all of them, it is Azmal's turn, proper.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my arcane hand, and I'll have him as his bonus as a bonus action. I'll have him go ahead and squeeze for 2d6 plus 5.
Yep. Just 6 damage.
So 9 damage.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'm gonna use my I could do my character sheet to roll. I'm gonna use my ability from Chrono, being a momentary stasis. I need a con save against my spell save of 17.
Sure, on whom?
I'll cast it on him.
Okay. Con save. They fail.
Alright, so he is incapacitated until I believe the start of my next turn. Yeah, until the end of my next turn. The creature, or until the creature takes damage.
Alright.
And let me mark it down one. And that'll be my action. And then my bird will advantage onto him and then go back.
No problem.
The bird's a flying tag.
Discord had a problem earlier.
No, yeah, I'm looking for something else on my computer though. So after Azmal, it will be Ashen. Azmal, you're not going to move from there? I'm assuming not.
Are you talking to me?
No, Azmal, you're not moving from that position?
Oh. I'll move 5 feet this way.
Yeah.
And then stay there.
Okay. Making it harder for this guy to get across, for sure. And it would be Ashen's turn after that.
I'm just gonna keep swinging at this big wall. Or whatever it is.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, 20's gonna hit for sure.
Ooh. Oh, damn it. Wow.
Goes 7, 10. So what, like 16 damage?
Yep. Where were we? I think Ashen was about to kill a bunch of my creatures here.
Yeah, I actually just dropped the wolf down to -7, I believe. Right, that happened.
Green.
You know, I have many thoughts about what you just said, but one that is running in my head is how does he know the exact? You make your attack. How about that?
I'm just better. I'm smarter. Oh,
Okay.
I accidentally swung twice. 21.
Just put the 5.
Oh, so it's even worse. Oh, okay. So you actually did get them down to -7 as of now. Didn't think it was gonna happen that exact. But
Wait. Wait, did I actually?
yeah, you've done 106 hit points worth of damage collectively to this creature, and I think you're the only one actually hitting him, while the guardian dude is definitely assisting with these fires that linger. It's not doing much other than that, but you slay the creature. They are down, and it's still your turn. What do you do?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. Is he actually -7?
Yeah, you
Or
took him
no?
down to literally exactly -7 because you rolled 14.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, technically, you get them a little more than -7, but you know, whatever.
No, I want to say that for the just for the fun of it.
All right.
All right. I don't think I have another attack.
No, you don't.
Is like grappling an attack or like restraining?
That would be an attack action.
Could I move like here and just stop them from going forward?
Yeah, this one is already halted, but this one is about to keep going. You could definitely block them if you wish from over
I'm
here.
gonna move over here then. Then I'm gonna move like here or here actually, and I'll just try and stop them from moving.
Yeah, so this one's already halted. But this one, if you get up to them, then if they move, you get an attack of opportunity. And if you're in front of them, it would be harder for them to get across.
Alright, then I'll move like right here.
Yeah, that's good. Here's good too. You'd be blocking 100% from right here, but maybe they could squeeze past their friend, so it might not be worth it. Is that where you wish to be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Azmal, did your turn go off this turn? This round?
Yeah, I think I went before him. Yeah, because I immobilized him.
No
Immobilized
problem.
creature.
Oh yes, now the guardian. They see themselves a little more equipped for the situation, and seeing as this guy is grappled, they will incur an attack of opportunity. Misses, and then they fly over pretty good distance. Hey, I'm pretty on it. This individual is still further away. You can imagine they'll eventually reach to them, and it is the bad guy's turn, so it'd be just this one that does much, unless this one could finally escape it. They can finally escape. And then they run. They're just running as fast as they can to try to help. Bump into you, and they look to their partner, and they're gonna try to attack. Alrighty. What does that look like? They don't have advantage. 23 Ashen, does that hit?
I don't still have the temp AC, do I?
No, you would have had to stay next to them while they
Then
are
yeah,
doing a
that
thing.
hits.
Okay.
I-
For Azmal, does a 13 hit Azmal?
Yeah, an 11 hits me.
Okay, it was actually 11. I overcounted their thing anyways. But yeah, okay. So it's just they don't hurt
I've been
unless
looking
they
into like
hurt. 7 hit points to Azmal and a good 8 to Ashen, but you're resistant, so 4 to Ashen.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Definitely not as bad as that wolf.
Yeah, that's their turn. Everybody makes perception checks, please.
Alright. I think that moves it around to my turn.
It will in a moment.
21.
Okay. Azmal, perception, if you would like.
14.
Okay.
17 faster.
Yeah. So from what at least Ashen can recognize, having already taken out the foe, this creature, their body seems to be almost bubbling with excitement. There's a lot of goop rising from the pool of ichor that was their insides. Might be concerning.
And it is concerning.
But Azmal, it is your go.
Okay. So I don't notice the bubbling or anything.
Not yet.
Alright, so since he's incapacitated, and since last session I figured out that I can do this, I'm gonna cast, or I'm not gonna cast, but I'm gonna do my bloodthirst ability. And bloodthirst will drain. They're incapacitated currently since they got hit by my what's it called? Momentary stasis. So it's just a guaranteed hit.
Okay.
But I think I actually have a resistance to necrotic though. And I will heal. So they take 5 permanent damage to their maximum hit points.
Okay. So hold on. This creature you're targeting, the one that is incapacitated, you don't have advantage on. You would have advantage because they are under.
They're incapacitated, yeah.
Under incapacitated. Incapacitated would give you advantage. So then it would just be a melee attack against the target.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to make a melee attack. Nope. That would be. Would I add my proficiency or anything, or just flat roll?
You have proficiency on your
Okay, so that makes it
unarmed
18.
melee attacks. Yeah, no, that's gonna be more than enough. Just target's hit point maximum is reduced by the 5 or 6.
It's only 5 since it's 5 necrotic and 1 piercing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then
yeah. Okay.
then
Alright.
I will move to my spectral hand or my arcane hand. I don't know if I can put.
So I got a couple things happening because this is new to me, it's new to you, it's new to everybody in this town. I'll tell you right now. That number there, very nice. I will keep this here. May I have a Constitution saving throw from the damage you took for the hand to see if it's still lingering? And one quick question: this individual here that is betwixt the air, trying to walk, they're in a bit of a run. And both their feet just off the ground, so it looks oddly, how would I say, abrupt and sort of like there's just a disruption in the air around this individual. Would you like to turn this creature?
Which creature? I had
The
it
one you
covered,
bit.
so I didn't do it. Oh, I'm new to like this whole vampire thing. What would happen if I were to turn him? Would he be charmed by me? How would that work? Would he just be a vampire?
They turn into a
Paladin.
vampire, and they cannot go against your word after they have fully turned into a vampire, which is a little bit of a process, but you know how to lead
That
them
sounds
through it.
awesome.
Then, yes, I will attempt to turn him.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can just get a companion.
Assuming that I'm actually able to make him. I have no idea how this works at all. I'm new to this whole vampire thing.
Okay. So I will mark him. He is down, effectively dead, but still within the air at the moment, as anyone can understand.
And that will also activate, since I hit him with that, it'll activate my ability Feast of Blood.
Okay.
So it's 10 feet and advantage on strength and dex checks for a minute.
Goddamn. So yeah, what else do you do?
I guess I'll take a bonus action to, actually I think it's a bonus action move. A hand, let me go back to it.
Yeah. Is it a bonus action to actually move it? I know it's a bonus action to have it do stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't
So
say that it
yeah,
takes
so you
anything
can
to
move it and cause one of the following effects with a bonus
Okay,
action.
so I'll move it here. And I guess I'll just have him like I'll have him use his clenched fist.
Okay, you go 60 feet. But yeah, you want to clench that guy?
Yeah. Which would be a melee spell attack.
Yeah, this guy's mortal. You can tell that they're gonna go down anytime soon. Do you want to just hit him?
Yeah. I'm just gonna
You could do that too. Yeah. Roll the
That's plus
how
8, I
many?
think.
48 force damage. God damn.
19.
Oh, he's done. Yeah. Gotcha. Ouchies.
Splat.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Still moving.
That should be my turn. I guess I'll make him move around to here. Just, I guess, build a wall of defense to keep anything from coming through again.
He does not act as an actual body.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll
But-
back him up to here. I'll move him all the way back as far as he can go.
No problem. 60 feet. Cool.
Bird will swoop in and give advantage and then swoop out.
All right. In this case, they would be more over here. They wouldn't be able to get in a better cover position based off where you all are, but I'd say they're still pretty high up in the air.
Okay. Yeah, just as long as he can get as far away as he can without being in danger.
And again, the only reason I'm specific about the location is because something could endanger it. But Ashen, it is your goal. What do you do? This music is so fucking intense.
I can't hear the music for some reason, but that's fine by me.
You probably lowered the music on the thing, which again I understand. But
I probably need an output source. That makes sense.
It's so intense for it's so intense for just swing.
Right.
All right. The question is, do I kill him or do we want him alive?
Azmal, do you answer that question? As this great axe is coming down.
He's talking about him?
Yeah. I'm sure Ashen didn't ask this, but given the exact situation that has just occurred, I can imagine Ashen asking out loud. Now, to kill this one or to keep it alive?
What are people's opinions on like vampires turning people into vampires? What are people's like public opinion on that? Like, is it frowned upon? Is it?
That is a good question. There's a specific law that states that you can't change people by bioengineering or magical means or what have you, or you risk being executed. But that's if you get caught.
So so by law, I shouldn't attempt to turn that man, should I?
I mean, yes, but remember, theft is also a big problem with the laws, and in fact carries a different, some would say even worse, sentence. And this individual has stolen your right to just walk into the city safely, and that would send them to the pits, which is basically like a jail planet.
I am an aim-on sidewinder missile for Homeland Defense.
No,
So
nothing's
get-
illegal if you're not caught.
Exactly. That's not how that
I'm
works.
just
but sure.
gonna. Yeah, it is.
I'll let him go through with attacking him. I'm not gonna intervene or anything.
Yeah. So, Ashen.
Remember how you said my unarmed strikes could do like 2d4?
Yeah, it's either piercing and bludgeoning, or bludgeoning and slashing, or slashing and piercing, whichever your choice is. I set it up on your character sheet for one of the choices, but it could be whatever you prefer.
Can I make like whatever I prefer in the moment or whatever I prefer generally?
You'd be replacing your attacks with that. And you're also they
Yeah,
don't
like-
act. Mm-hmm.
Can I change the attack type like in the moment?
Oh no,
Like-
you're stuck with one. So it does either it does 2d4. One of the d4s are going to be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, and the other d4 will be one that isn't the other.
Okay, so I'm just stuck with whatever I pick.
Effectively, you could switch them out later, just not on the flow during battle. Would you be able to switch it out?
Oh yeah, I thought you meant I was just like permanently stuck with my choice.
No, not at all. You could always have
Okay.
modifications done. Hell, if you want a gun on your hand, you could go ahead and get that later on if you have the gold.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. But for
And
right now, I don't know what it says on your character sheet, but I did set it up with a bludgeoning and slashing, I think.
And those can be can that be non-lethal?
Yeah, we'll say you're leaning on the bludgeoning part.
Alright, then I'm going to store my great axe and make an unarmed strike and try and just knock him out rather than kill him.
Yeah, you could do that even with your great axe in your hand. Just this individual definitely hasn't taken damage though, so you're not sure if one of your hits would be able to do enough.
How much would the great axe do if I tried to make it like non-lethal, like with the handle or something?
The great. So you could try to get them down as far as possible to being equipped to be knocked unconscious, but that's generally making checks or guessing or following the triggers, as in he's bloody now or mortal. If he's mortal, he's under 10 hit points, so that's probably the best trigger. But you don't know what bloodied means for this creature.
Alright, I'm going to gamble and hope I don't kill him.
Let's go.
Let's just gamble.
Let's go. Good, you missed.
Of course I did.
Put your hands on.
I'm gonna lucky that one because I know that missed.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll try that one.
Yeah. You there, Ashen? Oh no.
That was so much. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
That's your reroll.
Yeah,
Very
that was
nice.
my reroll.
Okay.
Not very nice.
Yeah. So again, you always have things like reckless, which would give you advantage, which could have teetered you to the right spot. You could have also moved here to do the flank advantage. The first one,
reckless feels.
the first one was advantaged because of the bird, I believe. But as you hopefully whiff the great axe attacks, this individual is still standing and fresh as a daisy, untouched by anything from this battlefield. And it would be
I'll change that next round.
the Guardian's turn, which is doing stuff. Okay, and then it's the bad guy's turn. Let's not worry about that guy. Worry about this guy. Okay, this individual sees you guys, right? He sees a great axe almost chop their head off. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think their next reaction is to take the disengage action, and then they're slowly.
Can I try?
I'm sorry?
Can I try and make like an athletics check? Because I was able to do it last time to stop him from moving.
No, yeah, that would be if they're trying to move past you. This individual is just backing away in a very careful manner.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, but as they sort of just are walking, trying to avoid you, you see that they can't really get much farther than that exact spot. Yeah, then right here, look at that. They get as far as here.
Well, I can. Well, luckily for me, I can move to here.
Sure.
So I think I'll be fine.
No problem. It's still their turn, and as they turn around and are ready to sprint away, they can't do anything for their turn. But you see the mass here grab at that individual, and they disappear in the blob.
What?
This creature, the wolf that was defeated, their body, the blood that is accumulating, this dark maroon that is bubbling up right here, just grabbed that guy and enveloped him.
I hate to be that guy, but so it kills him, but the owl's just kind of there, or like.
Yeah, it's like a goop that's living just right here at the moment. That's cool. That's their turn. It is Azmal's turn. What do you guys do?
Did I see that like guy get absorbed into the goop?
Oh yeah, everyone saw that.
Am I able to make like an arcane or like a knowledge check to know what that was? Like an arcane or a history check or nature?
You can make a religion check. Yeah.
Okay. That is horrendous. I'm gonna use one of my chronal shifts to have the advantage on that.
Yeah, pop it up. Let's see what that does.
Yeah.
I think we saw it already, but it is fun to read.
After you or a creature makes in 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can force the creature to reroll. And that's my last use.
You can only use it twice. Okay. So weird.
Yeah.
You guys have the weird effects that are so minimized. Yeah, definitely reroll that religion if you wish.
It's like a really techie thing that you have to like use sparingly. That is.
You got a 1 and then a 2.
That is sad.
I guess I'll try then. You don't know what you're
That's
doing.
my turn. I'm gonna, I guess. How far is that? I'm gonna move to.
So, what I am gonna say, with the religion of 7 and whatever Ashen eventually rolls, assuming they roll, because you may, this creature is definitely an aberration of some sort. While they are connected to this realm, possibly touched by curses of Ayala of any sort, this planet is often connected to things of like the Feywild, beasts, wolves, moons, vampires, and wolves, all the lichens. Pardon, but as you're gauging the situation, the enemies that you were just fighting and the taste of the blood of the individual that you drank moments ago, a couple of things do come to mind. First and foremost, the creature that you drank from they would be a half orc, half dragonborn. You know that from the blood alone. You can taste the distinctions almost. It's kind of like you're introduced this much data into a computer, a USB worth load of information. But as that gives you this hint of creatures that are blended in such a form was very much an Adasaur thing. And the fact that these individuals, despite the fact that Ashen struck them with what is this blast of radiant energy, did nothing to at least flank the rank and file individuals, but did damage this. For what reason, you know not. Again, the connection just leads you to think Adasaur. He was very polar opposites type of deal. His soldiers often very protected against radiant features. Himself, the opposite, probably vulnerable to it. The creature being felled by radiant energy, it almost makes you think, is it one of his contingencies? You've heard of it before. Both of you have heard of the Adasaur's contingencies. Forms of this creature trying to return, maybe mechanical, sometimes magical, whatever. This might be that.
Okay.
Yeah, Ashen, you could roll religion as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
You can get like a 22 right now. Don't worry.
Probably will go a lot worse than. Probably will go a lot
can't
worse than
get worse.
because I've got a
I rolled a
negative
1 and a 2.
Oh, okay. Just as well. So yeah, you guys will know all this information in due time. For now, it just looks like an Adasaur contingency.
Well, since there's nothing else as a threat and the guard or the guy is chasing after the other guy, I don't know anything about how turning would be, but I guess I'd try to figure that out while he's being turned. But I'd get into like legal trouble if he were to be turned. Like, as a vampire, would I be in trouble if he were to be turned during a fight? If he were to be turned,
You don't think so? Given the circumstance.
okay. So I guess I'll just try and continue to get him turned. I guess I don't know what I'd be doing or what to do for that.
The thing is, all you have to do is bury them.
Okay.
And after 24 hours, they return. And again, they're going to imprint on the first individual that they see to be protective to them. If that happens to be the person that turned them, that just gives them an affinity towards you. They just they have disadvantage on going against your word in a way. I don't want to give mechanics on it too much because it's not really that. But you would know that they will just straight up die unless you bury them and you feed them your blood.
Alright, I guess since my overall goal for Azmal was, I think I told you about it, but his goal is to become, I guess, every wizard's goal to just become the strongest wizard he can. I'll relay that to Ashen that I need to, or I guess not really relay it to Ashen, but tell him that I want to bury this guy
Why?
and that I need his help.
Why? Ashen asks.
We should probably bury them all, honestly. I don't see why we shouldn't. We could. How far of a walk was it back to Tempe's house? That's the only place that I know where
It's about
it
an
could be
hour
buried.
away. There's woods all
Okay.
around this city.
Is there a place that,
I hate to break
like,
it.
above board? Is there a place where I could bury them and, like, not be interrupted if I
Yeah.
were to stay with them?
Yeah, there's graveyards inside the city as well. Ashen, did you have something to say?
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not going anywhere near the thing that just absorbed somebody.
Oh, we don't have to worry about them. No, move my creature over to me.
However, I'll gladly help you bury these two.
Ashen would know that I'm a vampire, correct?
No, I'm pretty sure I just know you're a human. But I mean, I probably know
Well,
now.
you just watched me bite someone, so and it's not exactly frowned upon. But I guess if we could, I'd bury this one out in the forest somewhere. And if we don't have anything that we need to do post haste, I'd try to stay with the body.
Yeah. So
All right,
effectively, we are technically out of initiative at the moment. This creature would sort of just rush past after a while. No, they're taking a sweet ass time. Let's put this guy here for now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and dispel him as well. The arcane hand, it should be gone by now. It has like a minute lifetime.
Okay.
right. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put away my great axe and grab these two.
Mhm.
Since he said he needs them buried.
I'll gaslight you into believing that my religion is walking with them and being with them.
Oh gosh. Yeah. It doesn't take long for you guys to get to a graveyard from this position if that's what you guys are looking to do. You can imagine it's going to be like maybe a 15-minute walk.
All right.
Yeah.
I assume I don't have a shovel on me, do I?
Well, that's the thing, right? I was looking at your character sheet and I see that you didn't get equipment. So I'm assuming you would have gotten some sort of equipment, and the shovel would probably be in there for sure. Eventually,
I thought I gave myself my
I didn't see any on there, unfortunately. But excuse me.
You're right. I don't either.
The guardian eventually does arrive with this person in tow. They are unconscious. Where would you guys be in just a couple moments? I'm assuming moving the individuals, trying to traverse towards a graveyard, or having just prepare them to be moved, or what?
I'm just bringing them wherever he tells me to. He said he needs them buried.
I'm having problems with my character sheet now. It's like all weird.
Uh-oh. I mean, you do have a bunch of spells there that need to be deleted, and good luck with that. There's there might be some spells that you can't have access to, so double check. Just make sure the only spells you have are wizard spells, but yeah, This individual does eventually arrive, looks to you guys moving the bodies. They say in that same sort of muffled mask tone. Oh, thanks for helping out. Wait, what are you guys doing with the bodies?
I'll tell them that I'm burying them, or that we're burying them.
Oh, okay. All right. That's helpful. Thank you for that. If you go to the barracks and take them over to them, they'll actually give you a finder's fee for bodies of, you know, pirates. We'll put him under that umbrella as he steps over to here.
I'd like to tell him the thing that I kind of saw with the little wolf, the aberration.
Yeah.
Before he can walk over here, when he's still like right here, I'm gonna tell him what I.
Yeah. So do you like grab him and stop him from walking?
Yeah, I'm gonna like grab his shirt, armor, I guess,
These
and like
metal
tug
shoulder
him
pads?
back a bit.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tug him back a bit.
Yeah, he's saying words like take him to the barracks. They'll pay you per head for each of the pirates that you bring in. These individuals definitely fall under that umbrella, and that's just about when you grab their shoulder, as they say. Here, just grab this body too, and I'm not sure what we'll do about the big one, but oh, what is happening? Did you guys see this? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna have to report this. And he pulls out like this device and he's like doing stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
what is he reporting?
It seems to be about the creature. He's sort of just focused on it.
He's just kind of seen, since he just kind of saw the aberration, I'm gonna tell him what happened with the aberration. Or did I already do that?
Okay. So you broke up there a bit. Did you say anything other than you're just gonna tell him what the aberration did?
No, I'm just gonna kind of tell him what I saw the aberration do.
No problem.
And that he probably shouldn't walk near it until further notice.
Gotcha. He takes heed of your advice. He flies up and over, and now he's yelling at a group that is eventually going to arrive in a cart. They say, "Do not approach. We're having a situation." This and that, blah blah. And then there's like this little robot that just keeps inching forward up to you guys. He didn't really catch that guy. He was more focused. But yeah, it seems like your advice is definitely going to be taken full on its word. They will investigate this thing. But if anyone could, it would be the Guardian Forces, which you can assume are already going to arrive, as he sort of just asked for backup to the North Gate. Blah blah. We're having a possible Esper level threat, which you all sort of can understand might be something connected to Adasor, as he was a creature who dealt in not only the mystical but the technological, despite how against the Geneva Convention that would have been. Yeah.
Geneva Convention, more like Geneva Suggestion.
Oh yeah. For Adasor, he set up all the laws and he ignored every single one of them. But you guys seem to have the chance to do whatever you wish. This individual is currently wrapped with chains. They have like manacles and stuff. But yeah, do you guys take the bodies to where you want?
Question: is there any way to get around him, the wolf, or the aberration without this.
Yeah, you could fly like the Guardian dude did.
I mean, I don't exactly fly, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
I have a question about my magical item. Does it have to be like used during combat, or as long as I'm within melee range of something?
The item I sent you.
Because there could be an exploit for it with me like just following behind with my bird. I don't know if that would be a problem or anything about it.
Yeah, no. The thing is, the item doesn't have attunement to it, so it's very basic in use. Sort of just has an activation when you are in battle.
Okay, so it's only usable during battle.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, if it's in the midst of battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty useless
And be
question, but does
if
that
enemy.
Effectively, I know how it's written, but effectively, as long as you land within that distance, I honestly do not care what you do with it. But
Alright.
you have to end your movement on the ground if you're using that item. There are other flying items around. We'll eventually get to them. We aren't in the flying parts yet, so no concern.
All right. Well, I'll tell him I'll tell Ashen that I want to go ahead and bury these two.
Yeah, and you
and
know
where
exactly.
do you plan on burying?
You would know exactly where to bury them, Azmal. You could, in fact, go to the ebullient revival of elven existence. They have a place for you to do this exact ritual.
Then yeah, I'll do that.
2? One of those.
He knows, but I don't think he knows, but I don't think I do. So I'm gonna ask him. Where do you plan on burying them exactly?
You can pick up. Would I be able to carry one of these? I don't think I can with my like 11 strength. 10's like average still, but I don't know if 11 or so.
You should
10
be
strength.
fine. Also, does anyone stop this guy from going past you guys?
Which guy? The
This
robot guy?
Who is
construct. It's just a construct that's walking by. They seem to have some wares they're trying to sell. They seem to be trying to get past the gate.
I'll warn him of not to walk near that at all.
Yeah. I'll vouch for what's his name? I'll vouch for Azmal.
Yeah, they give you guys empty construct look, and then you just turn away and walk, barely regarding you, just continuously saying,
"Okay, bye bye."
The prices of the potions that they have and stuff.
Ooh, potions.
Yeah, they're like healing potions, 50 gold. Potion of invisibility, 100 gold. It's just monotonous. You could follow them for a while. They'll just say everything after a couple minutes.